On now.
Good morning, Room 106. I hope you're all doing great out there. I am here today with Miss Rudolph to read to you a story about how a butterfly is born. But I want to start by saying that as you can see, I'm wearing protective gear, my gloves and my mask, so that I am following all the shelter-in-place rules. But for the reading of the book, because I am 6 feet away, I'm going to take off my mask so you can hear me. So give me just a second. Okay. So, as you know, all of our class members received a caterpillar jar, which had probably between 5 and 7 caterpillars in it. And we are going to read a book today on how these caterpillars are going to change into butterflies. I'm not going to read the book word for word because I want to talk to you about the process and what happens. So here we go. A Butterfly is Born. This is written by Melvin Berger. Butterflies are beautiful insects. So repeat that, they are insects. What are butterflies? Insects. They fly from flower to flower, drinking nectar with their long tongues. Their long tongues are right here. Their tongues are called proboscis. The word is proboscis. But you know, a butterfly doesn't always look like a butterfly. A butterfly begins life as a very tiny egg. The eggs are on a leaf. The butterfly lays eggs on a leaf, and then in a few days, the egg hatches, and out comes a very tiny caterpillar. The young caterpillar, when he comes out, is really hungry. So he eats his eggshell because the eggshell has lots and lots and lots of nutrients and vitamins in there for the caterpillar to start to grow. Then it starts to eat leaves because we know that caterpillars eat leaves. Not like in the hungry caterpillar, because remember he got a tummy ache and he ate all the other things, but when he started to eat the leaves, he felt much better. So he eats many, many leaves. As you can see, this caterpillar is eating leaves. Caterpillars love to eat. They eat and grow, they eat and grow. I want you to think back when you first received your caterpillar jar, how very tiny these caterpillars were. And if you look at them now, they're much bigger. So what happens is down here in our jar, the bottom part of the jar is a mulch. It is a bunch of leaves mixed together, so it's a food for them. This is what they're eating, and this caterpillar is eating a leaf outside. As the caterpillars eat, they get very big, but they cannot stay in their same skin. When a caterpillar starts to grow, its skin does not grow with them, so they have to shed their skin, kind of like a snake, and then they can start eating again. They shed their skin about 5 times, 5 to 7 in this one. You will see the little black balls on the bottom of your container. That is the caterpillar skin. So what happens is they munch, 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 and then their skin gets really tight and they start to push out of their skin. Oh, they shed their skin and then they munch, 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 and they do it again. It's tight. They shed their skin and then they munch, 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 munch until finally they're no longer a tiny caterpillar anymore. They are a big caterpillar. And the caterpillar starts now to change. It gets ready to hang from a branch in the shape of a backwards J. When they hang this way, they start to do what I call the wiggle dance, the backwards J wiggle dance. You can see them going wiggle, 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 wiggle. Now yours will be a little bit different. They don't have a branch. They have this paper on top. So the paper on top is where the caterpillar will go, and they will hang from there. And you will see your caterpillars doing a wiggle, 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 wiggle dance up there. They will then start to form their chrysalis. Once they form their chrysalis in this container, you are going to have to move them. Your parents will help you by carefully taking off the lid, picking up the paper, and transferring it into your butterfly net. There are instructions that were sent home with your parents on how to do this. So they will hang in this container for about 7 to 10 days. In this book, it takes a little bit longer because this is for a monarch. Ours are painted ladies, remember. So here is our caterpillar. He now has formed his chrysalis. And then inside, there are many different things happening. The caterpillar starts to change. The big word we're going to use is metamorphosis. I'll repeat it again. Metamorphosis. And that means when it changes from a caterpillar into this beautiful butterfly. Now, our chrysalises will be a brown, tannish color, and you won't be able to see inside of them. These are special pictures made by a camera, so you can see inside, but you won't be able to see in ours. You won't be able to see the changes until the butterfly is ready to come out. When it comes out, it starts to push with its wings, and all of a sudden, it breaks through its chrysalis. And when the butterfly is completely out of the chrysalis, its wings, oops, I dropped the book. Uh-oh. Its wings are very, very crumpled. That is because they're wet, they're not dry. In order for the butterfly to dry, it has to fly. It has to have dry wings. So what happens is this part of the butterfly's body is called the thorax. From the thorax, there is blood inside there. The butterfly slowly spreads its wings and starts to pump. And as he pumps his wings, blood is coming into the wings. And then he starts to spread his wings a little bit more, pumps a little bit more. And after a while, his wings are ready and he's pumping very strong and his wings are fully open. That means the butterfly is now ready to fly because it is very, very strong. And at that time, the butterfly is ready to fly away and go somewhere else. So in order to help us find out what the butterfly is going to do, we're going to review our pictures one more time with the help of Miss Rudolph. And Miss Rudolph is going to ask the question, where will the butterfly go once it is ready to fly? So here's Miss Rudolph.
Hi, boys and girls. Hello.
So, the butterfly lays an egg.
There's the egg.
Where is the egg, Miss Rudolph?
Here is the egg, right here.
Okay. And then what happens after the egg?
So after the egg, then the caterpillar is going to hatch, and he's hungry, so he's going to eat his egg.
And after he eats its egg, it's still really hungry. So it goes onto a leaf. And it eats and eats and eats. And remember, it eats so much that it gets so fat that it has to shed its skin. So we're going to practice shedding our skin. So we munch, 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 munch. And then we, shed our skin. And then you feel better. And what do you do then?
Then you're going to come over to the branch, and here he is going to hang from the branch like a backwards J, and he's going to do a little wiggle dance, a backwards J wiggle dance.
And after he does that wiggle dance, when he's completed his dance, he will have formed a
chrysalis.
Yes, that's a great word. And inside the chrysalis, something happens. Do you remember what that word is?
Metamorphosis?
Ah, that's right, because it starts to change from a caterpillar into a butterfly. After a short amount of time, for this one, it's a monarch butterfly, so after 2 weeks, it starts to come out of the chrysalis and out comes a
Butterfly.
That's very good. It is a butterfly, but is he ready to fly yet?
He's not ready to fly yet. He's not strong enough quite yet.
So what does he have to do?
He's gonna eat some more. And he's gonna move his wings and he's gonna grow his wings to get stronger and stronger. Oh, and he's gonna flap his wings.
Pump,
Yeah.
pump,
Pump his wings, yes.
and pretty soon his wings are.
Really big and strong enough to be able to help him fly.
And then he becomes a beautiful.
Butterfly.
So at the end of our book, it asked, where do you think and what do you think the butterfly is going to do next?
He's gonna definitely go to a flower next, for sure. And he's gonna eat, and then the whole process is gonna start all over again.
Okay, so boys and girls, that is the end of our lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna come and wave to you. Let's thank Miss Rudolph for helping us out. Bye, everyone. I hope to see you soon. I miss you all. I'm hoping you're having a great time with your caterpillars. Bye-bye.